I got the call directly from Steven. It was insane. I was driving in my car, and I get a phone call saying, Steven Spielberg on the line. I was like, and I had met Steven at SNL, so I kind of knew him a little bit. But he called and just said, I'm doing this movie, the BFG, and you familiar with it? And I said, I haven't read it, but I was about to read it to my daughter, and then he kind of told me the story and what they were doing with it, and he said, there's these giants, and I would love for you to be one. We already have Jermaine as Flesh Lump Eater. And I went, oh, that's a crazy name. And then he's like, but there's this guy, Bloodbottler, who right now is his kind of capo, his kind of, little minion guy, and that'd be, but you're kind of really the brains, like Flesh Lump Eater's the brawn, and you're kind of the brains of this thing, and of these giants. And I said, yeah, that'd be yes, sure, of course, You're Steven Spielberg. We've been working with this great guy, Terry, who's been showing us how to walk like a giant, because we're about 50 feet tall, and so the atmosphere treats you differently, and your weight, and how my character kind of has this head, his neck's probably been broken once or twice, so he's kind of, it's a very interesting process of finding the giant, working with Terry, finding your character, making each character incredibly distinct, and then getting out and doing the scene. So you've done all this work, and then when you do it, it just kind of just comes right together. Man, he's unreal. I mean, he'll do scenes, and he'll do adjustments too to a scene, because Steven will throw you a big curveball sometimes, especially if you prepared something, and he'll go, well, what if we try it 180 degrees the other way? Go, and to watch Mark digest that and do it is really, and just nail it, is really cool to watch. I'm like more of an audience member when Mark is performing. I'm just like, and I go down to the set to watch him work too. Not even scenes I'm not even in. I go over and watch him work. I just think he's amazing. I think that's what's cool about this movie, is you'll have these digital characters that we're all creating with a practical element of the little girl and of the queen and all. There's real people playing those characters next to the BFG, and I think because they have the best people working on it, you're gonna see it's gonna be seamless. You're gonna forget that these are all digital characters. It's all gonna just you're just gonna believe there's giants.
Did you know that filming on the Hunger Games Catching Fire left Jennifer Lawrence temporarily deaf in one ear? Sorry? What's that you said? For this and more movie facts, click on more videos. But if you want something else, click on the playlist.